Here's the news. In the 48 hours since we recorded our Tuesday show, three legendary coaches have retired or parted ways with their teams. Of course, we're talking about Nick Saban retiring at Alabama, Bill Belichick officially being announced as no longer the head coach for the New England Patriots, Pete Carroll no longer the head coach for the Seattle Seahawks. Look, on Tuesday, we talked about Mike Vrabel being in our favorites Hall of Fame. It's hard to deny that these coaches would get their own wings in a favorites Hall of Fame. They literally defied the odds when it comes to betting. Since 2000, these are since 2000, there have been 24 Super Bowls and 24 college football title games. It's 48 total. Nick Saban, Pete Carroll, and Bill Belichick have coached in 22 of those games. That's 46%, and won 15 of them. That is insane. And yes, that is the stat I was thinking about in the shower this morning that I asked Evan to look up. That's just how I think about these things, Simon. What do you think of that?
Yeah, pretty incredible. Obviously we'll have a lot to dive into when we know more in this off season. I mean, it's so big you really can't wrap your head around it, right? It's like it's so much to even talk about where, Nick Saban leaving changes the whole landscape of college football. I mean, if you're young, you don't remember Bama was nothing. Like I mean, they were always okay, but they were not what Nick Saban turned them into, which is this dynasty powerhouse every year. You knew they were going to be one of the top teams in football. So, yeah, it's just crazy. Like I was just thinking back to like how, every little thing, like the butterfly effect, the fact that Dante Culpepper went to Miami and Drew Brees didn't go to Miami, and Saban left because of that, basically. Like I know there's a lot of rumors I didn't like dealing with grown-ups or whatever. Like I think it's all comes down to the quarterback, right? He's like, what am I doing here? Why am I working so hard here in Miami? I don't have a quarterback when I can just go to Bama and get a new one every couple of years. So just an incredible thing to think back to. And then when we talk about the pros, like you just said, Pete Carroll, Bill Belichick. I mean, how much money have we won betting on these guys? Like
I
it's
can tell you, by the way, I can tell you exactly how much we've won.
it hit me with it.
Here's a run on how amazing Nick Saban, Bill Belichick, and Pete Carroll have been in their careers, both straight up and against the spread. Okay? Straight up. These are straight from Evan Abrams. These three coaches combined, again, they have won 15, what is it, 16 of the past 48 titles between college football and the NFL. 15, I'm sorry. They've won 15 of the past 48 titles in college football and the NFL. Combined, Nick Saban, Pete Carroll, Bill Belichick, 923, 415, and 2 straight up. That's 69% of their games. They are 55% against the spread. In their 84 combined seasons as head coaches for the NFL college football, these three, they are 50, 26, and 8 to their win totals over, which is
Crazy.
66%. In the last 20 years of NFL and college football, these three coaches have profited a $100 better nearly $6,000 against the spread. Against the spread, their ranks the past 20 years. Bill Belichick is one of 150 coaches in the NFL. Pete in the NFL, 18th of 150. Nick Saban in college football, eighth best against the spread record of more than 600 coaches. Okay. But here's where it gets crazy because you and I talk about this. Here's how they really defied the odds, literally. You and I, and most professional bettors out there, love to bet on big favorites. That is how people make their money, right? Those are the money makers. These guys, as favorites of 7 or higher, a touchdown or higher, Bill Belichick, 86% against the spread, 86% win percentage straight up as a favorite. So he does not choke. His teams did not choke when they were favorites of a touchdown or more. 54% against the spread. Betting against Bill Belichick when he was a big favorite was a money loser. Nick Saban, 92% straight up as a big favorite, 56% against the spread. Betting on Nick Saban as a big favorite was a money loser. Pete Carroll, 90% straight up as a big favorite, 55% against the spread in college, 53% against the spread in the pros, still a moneymaker. He was 80% straight up as a favorite of a touchdown or more. In total, these guys won nearly 90% of their games when they were big favorites straight up and 55% against the spread. You lost money betting against these guys as big favorites. You don't do that against other coaches.
Yeah, and it's the perfect story too, where the Nick Saban makes sense, right? Him walking away at his age makes sense. Like, what is there left to do? But Belichick, I don't think he's walking away. I don't know about you, Chad. I don't think he is. And Pete Carroll, just 4 days ago, said he still has the fire. And that's the one I really disagree with. I really disagree with what Seattle did with pushing him out. I mean, the guy has got back-to-back seasons of winning records with Geno Smith as his quarterback, and now they're pushing him out. Like Carolina Panthers, again, I know no one listens to this show in that position of temper, but like him getting Pete Carroll, that's the perfect spot for Pete to go. Like that man has the right touch for that type of owner that's an egomaniac, hothead. Pete can come in there and show him the lighter side of football. Like it's just really perfect. So yeah, let's get into the game, Chad. People are sick of us talking about these coaches apparently.